that you have been tricked out of your spot, okay? You have been tricked out of your spot by the people around you, by the environment you're in, by societal pressure, social media. You are being tricked out of your spot. You have to stay the course, listen to and trust God, because right now you need to water you. The assignment is you. You that little feeling inside like, yeah, I'm a champion. I'm empowering myself. I'm inspiring myself and showing myself that I am capable of achieving, whatever I put my mind to. Hey, what's up, boss babes, and welcome to another episode of Fufu Conversations, where we talk everything girl talk, mindset, and business. So today, y'all, I want to talk about the hardest part of leveling up your life. So this video, I didn't even really plan to do this video, y'all. I just, felt it in my spirit. I'm like, let me go talk to my girls because it was something on my mind. And I was like, let me just make a video. So I believe the first part that is the hardest is realizing that you have the capability, you have the potential, you have the resources readily available for you to start the journey of becoming that best possible version of yourself. I think a lot of people go wrong because they already have the mindset that it's not going to work out, or it's impossible, or these people that you actually see that are, that you would consider to be people that are leveling up or becoming the best possible versions of themselves, we tend to think or believe that they have some type of superpowers, or they may be doing something better than us, when really it's just the belief in themselves. That is the first step of the journey. Believing that you can and you will. I don't care how ridiculous it may sound or seem to you. Just understand that you can do whatever you put your mind to. But the first step is literally putting your mind to it. Like, if you don't believe that you can do it, you're never even going to start the journey of coming up with the steps in order to achieve the goal, because in your mind you've already given up. So I believe that is like one of the hardest parts, at least for me. That was a very hard part for me. It was realizing that these people that I'm seeing or idolizing or looking up to aren't really that different from me. They're not really special. It's just the fact that they kept on going no matter what it looked like in the moment. They knew that there was something, a burning desire deep inside of them to keep on going no matter what. So I would say that is number one. Believing that you are capable of achieving whatever life looks like for you in your head. Like, believing that you are able to achieve whatever you put your mind to. That is like the hardest part. Second hardest part is actually acting on it. So the execution, like, I feel like a lot of people have that burning desire, they have that longing and wanting to do more, but they don't necessarily take action on it. Even for me, in the beginning of like the self-development journey for me, I was always like watching different videos, watching different people, staying on top of things, learning every day, but my execution was broken. Like, I would learn so much information, write things down, plan, but I would never actually take the action in order to execute, right? So I think that is the second hardest thing for people to do, is actually execute on the information. And my thing is, start to learn from where you are. Like, if you are somebody who doesn't even know how to start a legitimate business, like have your LLC set up for funding, like if you're still at the beginning stages, or you don't have vendors, or you don't even know what kind of business you want to start, you just know you want to start a business, you should not be looking into trust and all of those types of things right now, or taxes. Right now, you need to be looking for information that starts you and helps you from where you are. You understand what I mean? So if you're somebody that wants to start a business and you haven't started a business yet, and you have no idea how to start a business, I would start out with videos on YouTube that teach you how to start a business, how to know what kind of businesses to start, how to rebrand yourself, how to market, like how to set that foundation for having a business. You should not be looking into information, like overstimulating yourself with all of this information. Find information that helps you right where you are right now, because I promise you it is going to be 100% better when it's time for you to execute. Because think about it, if you're learning about trust and things like that and you don't even have anything to put into a trust yet, you're not going to be able to execute. So therefore you're going to just be thinking that you're being productive, but really you're wasting time, because you could be looking into what is actually going to help you right where you are. So I think the second hardest part for most people is literally executing, like starting from where you are and just doing it, no matter what the outcome looks like. Even if you fail, because if you've been listening to me for a while, you'll know that I don't believe in failing. I only believe in learning, and I believe that you learn the most through actually failing or things not going quite as you plan, because now you learn, okay, I went this direction and this direction does not work. So there's only but so many other directions for me to try. Now I can educate myself a little bit more as far as what went wrong in that direction, and it'll make it easier for me to pick a new direction the next time. So I don't believe in failing. It's always learning. So you are not losing anything by trying. You are just gaining experience that you're going to be able to pay it forward to somebody else once you actually learn your blueprint. Because remember, nobody has the set in stone blueprint. Everybody is telling you what worked for them. So when it's your turn, you're going to be able to tell other people what worked for you. And that's just that on that. Third thing I really think is the hardest for people to do is to focus on their goals 100% and not distractions. So, for example, people will get on a schedule, whether it be working out in the morning, whether it be, not watching TV after a certain time, whether it be not eating certain things or not eating after a certain time, whatever journey you're on. you know, I think people are not like laser focused on that goal, so they succumb to the distractions. So, for example, if you want to work out every morning or something, and that one morning, you have that friend that likes to yap, and they call you, but you need to go run. Some people will start to allow, that unhealed or people pleaser version of themselves to answer the phone anyway, knowing that they have made commitments to their self, but they are so scared to keep the commitment to their self because they're too busy trying to make somebody else happy who may or may not be on the same journey as you. Because me personally, the people that I like to surround myself with, if they know that I go jog at 6 a.m., right? So chances are they're not going to call me at 6 a.m. And if they do call me at 6 a.m. and they don't answer, I don't have to fear, and I don't answer, I don't have to fear backlash from them, because they know that I'm a busy person and I'm 100% laser focused on my goals. So I know that the energy is still going to be the same no matter what. So I feel like it has a lot to do with, when we're going to talk about that, that's actually going to be the next one, who you surround yourself with. But it's you. It starts with you. It starts with you being 100% laser focused on that goal, so that the outside people, or the people that you may not be able to get away from, or, have been a part of your life for a long time, they are understanding where you are. So you have to be 100% laser focused on your goals, and you have to keep your commitments to yourself. Like, if you can't keep your own promises, it's just like, how do you expect to excel? How do you expect for God to come through with those blessings if you can't even keep your own promises and commitments to yourself? You know what I mean? So it's so important to put yourself before anything else. Put your goals before anything else. Put that focus before anything else. And be focused. Like, if you know you ain't got no business, watching TV all day because you have 4 or 5 things that you said you wanted to do, or things you said you wanted to learn, or things you said you wanted to watch in order to help you reach that goal. Don't procrastinate. Do what you said you're going to do. I like to set up a reward system for myself. So, say in the beginning of the day, I'm like, I'm dragging. I really don't even feel like doing these things because, believe it or not, entrepreneurs get tired of their job too. It's not always like rainbows and roses and every day's a happy day. I'm living in my. No. Some days we do not. As a content creator, I do not feel like creating every day. I may not feel like getting cute and recording every day or coming up with a concept, every single day. So yes, we get tired too. But I know if I made a commitment to myself that I'm going to post X amount of times a day, or I'm going to have this many videos ready, or I'm going to do this for my business, I have to keep those commitments to myself. So I use a reward system. So I'll write down 3 or 4 things that I have to do that are non-negotiables that I need to achieve that day. And once I meet those goals, I reward myself. Okay, now I'm going to indulge in, some reality TV. I'm going to watch baddies if I meet my goal. You understand what I'm saying? But I also have to give myself consequences because I was lazy and I procrastinated all day. And I don't mean days when your mental health comes before anything. So not necessarily those days. I'm saying be consistent, be disciplined, like be 100% disciplined. If you doing what you're supposed to do, right? So I should have to break it down like that. But if I write down 4 or 5 things that I'm going to achieve that day, I'm going to achieve those things that day, and I'm going to reward myself. Even if it's, I don't know, get me a seafood boil, because I love me a seafood boil. I ain't gonna lie. If it's getting me a seafood boil, I'm going to set goals for myself so that now I feel, I got that little feeling inside like, yeah, I'm a champion. I'm empowering myself. I'm inspiring myself and showing myself that I am capable of achieving, whatever I put my mind to. But if you don't have them small wins to add up, it's going to be really hard. It's going to be really, really hard to stay focused because you're not celebrating those small wins and you're over consuming and under learning. Like you need to be learning and you need to be focused on your goal. You should be doing something every single day. I don't care what else. Like people complain and say, oh, well, I work a 9 to 5. I work a 9 to 5 too. Like even before I was at the leisure of being able to work from home, I worked at Wendy's. I worked at Chili's and I still found time for my business. Yes, sometimes I did come home from work and I was dead tired. Those nights, I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to do double the work tomorrow because I know tonight I really am not even going to be, productive the way I need to be in my business because I'm burnt. Like my creativity is not flowing. Nothing is there. So I got to go to bed. But I know that tomorrow I'm going to do 2 times the work because these are things that I was supposed to achieve today. So you have to hold yourself accountable. You have to have non-negotiables with yourself. You have to be committed and you have to be 100% focused on your goals and do away with distractions. And that brings me to my next thing is you have to be willing to say no and say goodbye. Like I feel like that is the most important yet the hardest thing to do because who wants to let go of a bunch of people that may have been there for you in one season or maybe people that you love like your family, but understand that they are going to pull you down before you can pull them up. And I'm only speaking from experience. You cannot help people that are not dedicated like you. You cannot help people that don't have the burning desire like you. You cannot help people that are not willing to do the work and help themselves. So understand that it's going to be very, very hard for you to stay 100% focused with no distractions if you are trying to focus on somebody else's goals. Because right now you need to water you. The assignment is you. You need to do what you have to do for you. You are not going to be able to have people that you have to drag along with you because now you're using energy that you could be using for self-development, making your business work, putting in those extra hours on your own life and creating your own destiny, you can't afford to spend it on somebody else. So I honestly think that is the hardest one, because when you ask God to reveal who can't go to that next season with you, it gets scary. It gets really scary, the people that he will reveal to you, and it's going to be hard. But understand, when one door closes, another 3 or 4 doors is open, and God likes to show off. He likes to literally surprise you with the best thing. So understand, if there is a reason for a door closing, there is something else greater waiting for you. So do not be afraid of making hard decisions. Do not be afraid of putting yourself at the forefront of everything. Do not feel like you're doing too much or being extra for requesting excellence from the people around you, because that's not the case. Like, you have to be that 1% if you want to become that 1%. You have to do what the 98.9% of people are not doing. And 98.9% of people are too busy trying to prove themselves or prove their loyalty to people that are not even loyal to themselves. Because if they were, they would be on the same self-development journey as you, and they would be trying to better themselves and literally create generational wealth and do things that are not only going to have you living a blessed life, but also the generations after you. Think about your children. Think about your children's children. Think about freedom. Think about that feeling you get when you finally get off from work and you're able to put your feet up and do whatever you want to do. You have zero stressors in the world, because you, in your mind, you made your money for the day. You're feeling good. There's no worries. You did what you had. Like, do you know that you could feel that feeling all the time? Do you know that? But it's just, number one, like we talked about, feeling and understanding that you are 100% capable of that, cutting off distractions, staying 100% focused, educating yourself, and understanding that you have been tricked out of your spot. Okay, you have been tricked out of your spot by the people around you, by the environment you're in, by societal pressure, social media. You are being tricked out of your spot. You have to stay the course, listen to and trust God, kind of like isolate yourself, pull yourself out the mix a little bit, so that you can really be laser focused on your goals. I promise you, it makes all of the difference. That's literally half of the hurdle. Like, so many women will come to me and say, what's the big secret? Like, literally, and they don't believe me when I say the big secret is mindset. The big secret is your what you're focused on. The big secret is daily habits. The big secret is educating yourself. The big secret is not following the masses and doing what the 1% does. And you won't be able to find out what the 1% does unless you're educating yourself on what the 1% does. If you can't get in the rooms right now, the next best way is to see where their platforms are, whether it be Instagram. Do they give out free game on Instagram? Do they have a podcast channel that you can watch, binge watch, listen to? Mindset books. Books like Coming Supernatural by Joe Dispenza. Books like Rich Dad Poor Dad. So those are all things that you are going to have to do in order to elevate and become that next version of yourself, that version of yourself that you keep seeing, and it's like you're reaching out and you're trying to, but you can't reach it. It's because you are not becoming the person that is capable of doing those things. And you will never become the person that is capable of doing those things as long as you don't believe that you are capable of doing those things. As long as you believe that you are not worthy of those things. As long as you believe that you have to be loyal, or you have to make yourself small to fit places that you've already outgrown. You ever seen that post that says, stop shrinking yourself to try to fit places that you've already outgrown? Well, that is so 100% true. And I promise you, the people that are supposed to come along on this journey with you, they are going to come. They are either going to be inspired by you, Some of them gonna turn into haters. I ain't gonna lie. Some of them are gonna turn into haters, but most of them are going to stay right where they are. You understand? And you can't afford to stay right where you are, especially if you have that burning desire, like I did and still do, where you know that you are meant for something greater. There is something more out there for you. God has an assignment for your life. It is time to walk in your power 100%. Be unapologetic about your growth, about who you know you are becoming. Cut off all distractions and just catapult that growth. It's time to go all in. Like, we are in the fourth quarter, baby. 2024 came and went, okay? How many of them goals did you actually reach that you made? And don't beat yourself up. Just learn for the next time. And you don't have to wait until 2025 to start better habits. You can start those better habits right now, okay? So, like I said, today it was going to be a short video. I hope y'all took in some of this game. This was more like a vent sesh, some stuff I needed to get off my chest for the girlies. I hope this video helped at least one person. Drop down in the comments below how you felt about this video and what are you going to do different from this point forward. Do not wait until 2025. And what do you think is going to be the hardest part for you in your growth journey? Okay, drop it down below in the comments so that in the next video, baby, I can help you get out of that fearful mindset and walk all the way 100% into your power and who you are destined to be. I love you so much, boss babes, and I will see you in the next video.